I started to recognize that I might die. So what I did, I wasn't angry, but I told myself, too many people need me. Too many people love me. And my wife, my children, and then people I work with, which so many of them are family. But I knew that I can't do this too much longer. I knew that. Eventually, I just won't be able to hold on anymore. And God was definitely watching over all of us. And then everything that happened that could have been different did not happen. Because we were still here, we were beat up, but we were here.
This is how much water is trying to get into here. That is about 4.5 feet. And I am stuck in about 4 foot.
Okay, so you were home the night of the flood. Can you kind of give us a scenario of what happened?
Oh my gosh. It was pretty traumatizing because we had this massive raging river on both sides of my mobile home. And it was 4 feet deep. It went right up to the height of or 3 or 4 feet deep, right up to the height of my subflooring. And so it was rising and we didn't know if we were going to be okay. So I called 911 because I was more worried. I had my grandkids with me and my daughter. I can't believe I'm still crying about this.
I got on top of my table at 6 in the afternoon, and I didn't get out of. I stood there all night, all morning, till National Guard came to rescue me.
But all we could hear was the water rushing, and you know, I've been whitewater rafting, and it basically sounded just like a really hectic river flowing through here. Peaks of white. City vehicle was in the park. Again, there was just trash cans, and I think the hardest part for me is, we started seeing animals flow through the river, and I'm an animal owner, and that's really tough to see, and it's hard to not want to help, but at the same time, you got to worry about your own safety. So it was really tough to see, but at the same time, it was really weirdly calming because we knew and we hoped that the rain was going to end, and so we just kind of sat there as a family being hopeful and just kind of watching the water go by and hopefully receding as soon as possible. So it was a surreal event, that's for sure.
I managed to get back and get some warm blankets, made a makeshift bed on a table, and then when the water receded, I just laid on there until when the sun came up. I just wandered through the house, and then Dave came to rescue me through the window.
She couldn't get out. The furniture had blocked the doors, and she was pretty wore out from the night.
This is my home where my granddaughter and I were here, Lily Everett, and the water got real high. It got up to our knees when we were in there Sunday night. It was really scary. We started standing on the chairs. I said, we got to get to higher ground. And then we pushed them to the sink, and we got on the counter, and we just stayed there and prayed, and hopefully that it wouldn't get any higher.
And within minutes, there was no going out on Main anymore. And I couldn't find Nathaniel, couldn't find the worker, no one. I was yelling across the street, trying to ask them if they were there. They told me no one by that name's here. I'd say it was about 2 hours later, I was on the roof and looked out and found him on the roof of the truck across the street. Myself and Jaden were just scared. At that point, it was more fearful that we lost them. And everything started setting in. The thought of losing a dear friend, a coworker, you know, this family. I had to keep it together, be for everybody, but it tore me up, just the thought of losing them.
Having just moved here in July, I don't really have any close friends or family nearby. So last night I spent in a Motel 6 with my dog and cat. And I called at 7 a.m. this morning. I started calling around because my Jeep electronics are messed up, having gotten wet. And I reached the owner of American Transmission here in Roswell. Her name is Laura. And we talked a little while, and she raises goats, and I told her how bad it is out here in Tilden. And she said, well, where are you? And I said, I'm at Motel 6. And she said, my mechanic suggests leaving your vehicle hood and windows open for 48 hours or more, let it dry completely. And she said, I'll just come get you and take you over to Home Depot and get whatever you need, and I'll take you and your dog and cat home. And then you can, you know, if you need a ride back to your car, whatever you need, just let me know. And so she did that. She took me to Home Depot, and I got a wet dry vac, and I got all the things I need for cleaning. And then she brought my dog and cat home, and while I was in the store, she watched the dog and cat. And I said, I really appreciate this because, like I said, I don't really have any friends here. And she said, well, now you do.